Hello everyone, I'm Christine Halsey and I wanted to show you today the Raspberry Pi, and we're going to look at the different ports that are on it and how we're going to use it to make a computer. And that's what they're asking us to do in the Lab 1, and then write a program in Python on our new computer. So to get started, we'll look at the USB ports. There's 4 USB ports on this side. And I have my Wi-Fi dongle plugged in here. If you have a USB keyboard and mouse, you can plug those in here. If you have a wireless keyboard and mouse, you can plug that in here. But I think you're going to need a USB one to start. Otherwise, a lot of things don't work when it first comes up with the wireless, at least from what I've heard of. Not tried it, but that's what I've heard. The other port we'll use is the HDMI port that's on the side. If you don't have an HDMI computer, there's what's called a Pi View. One second and I'll grab that. Okay, this is my Pi View, and it actually takes and converts the HDMI signal and allows it to run on a VGA computer if you have a VGA computer. So this piece would plug into your HDMI port on the card. If you don't have an HDMI monitor and you have a VGA monitor, you plug it into this. If you have an HDMI monitor, you just plug it in where I have my Pi View plugged in. Okay. Right, another component is the power. Now, don't plug in the power until I've got everything hooked up and I'm ready to go, because you can't start it up and then it load the drivers for the keyboard and the mouse. It all gets done in the post, so you have to have everything plugged up and ready to go, and it's a lot easier. All right, so I plug my power in. It goes in next to where my HDMI cable goes. Okay, and then if I have my keyboard and my mouse hooked up here on the USB ports, then the only thing I have left to do is to install my memory card. Now you can see the memory card is very small, and you actually install it on the back of the board. I'm going to slide it into that slot with the pins. The pins are going to be facing down, and I slide it into that slot. And secure it in. Make sure it's pushed all the way in. It should like click into place almost. A little bit of it hangs out on the side. That's okay. All right, you're now ready to plug in the power and boot up your Raspberry Pi. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me at 404-839-4384. The other piece that we're going to end up using is the LCD board with the switches on it. But we're not using that in week 1. In week 1, we just need to get our computer up and running and write a couple of small Python programs. I'll come back with later videos on programming and help you get those going. Thank you.